Hey friends, today we're looking at Google Maps, actually specifically Google Earth. I don't know if you've ever played with it, but it's a fantastic tool just to kind of tool around and investigate different places. So we're going to use this as a primary recording tool for our current events. So we're going to do the log. We won't do the log every week. We'll do some different things as far as our critical thinking and analyzing the material. But we are going to try to record everything that we do watch on our Google Map. Now, when you have a Google account, you have your own Google Earth. You also have a Google Map that is yours, that is linked to that account, so that you can make changes and manipulate it how you see fit. So I highly encourage you to um, open up Google Map or Google Earth. And the way you do that is you go to the waffle right here, and if you scroll down, eventually you'll run into Google Earth on your screen. Now, um, this is a short version, so we're going to look at things real quickly. They have a menu, and there's obviously that should show your name, and there's search, Voyager, projects, map style, settings, and so on. We're not going to get into the settings too much today. What we're really looking at, and I'll be honest, here's the search function, excuse me, and it's really powerful. You can really tune into what you want to look at. There's a navigator Voyager function, which is kind of fun. It's just let's pick a destination and it'll kind of show you virtually where to go. There's a I'm feeling lucky again. That one's more random. You just kind of go from place to place. And we're going to skip this one for right now. And there's a map style, so you can change the map. This one is um, kind of useful. So you can have no borders, that kind of thing. Turn on 3D buildings, that kind of stuff. The last one's a measurement tool if you want to measure between two places. But we're not going to worry about those right now. What we're really worried about is projects. So for this project, for our current events, we are going to click on that. You're going to create a new project. And if you can tell, it handy dandy opens a project in Google Drive. So you're going to create a project in Google Drive. Not a bad idea to title it, and we're going to title it Current Events. Okay. And if you want to, you can put in your, actually, you should put in your name. Sorry, I forgot that part. And I'll put in Mr. Olson. All right. And if you want to add a description, by all means, you can. And there's all sorts of nice stuff right here. So, anyways, let's say we are talking about forest fires out west. Maybe that's one of our news articles. And it is a little tricky to navigate. So your wheel on your mouse will zoom in and out. If you click and hold, it'll move things around, which is probably something you're useful. If you right click, it'll zoom out real quick, which is kind of annoying. If you do hold both mouse buttons, you get the same function right there, right? If you hold the mouse button down, you can actually tilt in 3D and rotate around wherever your circle is. That one's a little tricky to get used to because it makes you feel like you're on a roller coaster ride sometimes. But the key is you have a circle, and there's your circle. And if you hold the wheel down, you can rotate around that wheel. Okay, that's enough of the tutorial. Anyways, what you're really worried about is placing or adding place marks. So let's say there's a fire near San Francisco, right? So you would add a place mark and see where the crosshairs are. And let's just say there's fires outside of San. Actually, you know what? We will do outside of Sacramento. Let's say there was a wildfire. Oh, come on now. Gotta love technology. Oh, there we go. Okay. It was technology was working just a little slow. All right. And then we would say wildfire. And you can add whatever you want, right? And you'll notice that add to project, it comes up right there. Current events, Mr. Olson. Now we are going to use other projects later on, so it is important that you do title the project current events. If you want to, and we will get more into this later on, you can edit that. I don't know if you saw me edit, but you can add a picture that's related to the story. You can actually add video right here. You can change a title. You can change some text and stuff. You can hyperlink to stories. We're not going to get into that quite yet because that's more about how to use Google Earth than necessarily critical thinking and things that I want you to learn. All right, so and then you can see there's other tools there too. But for the time being, we're just worried about knowing that we can edit it and that it does exist. And if you want to, you can change the markers. I wouldn't worry about that again too much at this point. There will be future videos where we go into that at more length. All right, hopefully you have a great day. Talk to you later.